Today I'm going to teach you how to play Flowers by Miley Cyrus. I know it's a little bit overdue, but it's never too late. So the song opens with a C major 7 chord that's kind of arpeggiated on a guitar. So what we're going to do is play C with the left hand, and then with the right hand play G, B, and E like this. Once you have that, let that ring out a little bit, and we'll start with the melody. So I like to move up to the C, an octave above middle C with the right hand, and play C, B, A in a row like this. Now note that this melody starts with a pickup, so what I just played is a pickup beginning on the and of 3. So it's like this, 1 and 2 and 3. And right there is 1. I'll show you again, 1 and 2 and 3. That's beat 1. After you play C, B, A, you play it again, and now C, A, B, so slightly different order. After that, G, B, G, E. Just like that. So I'll show you again. 1 and 2 and 3. If you begin the whole phrase on the pinky, then you can do everything that I just showed you without moving your hand. It works out pretty nicely. 5, 4, 3. Again. That was 5, 3, 4, 2, 4, 2, 1, which is really nice. If you haven't already done it, please consider subscribing and liking this video. It's so helpful with the growth of this channel. Thank you. The great news is that the next phrase is identical, so you're just going to do this whole thing again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that whole thing is twice. That equals 8 bars. That's your verse. Now, as for the left hand, I'm going to give you guys a couple of choices. If you're an ultra beginner, you can just hold whole notes. So I'll show you single whole notes that you can do. You can play A, D, G, and C. And you can just do that twice. So like this. There's the A. There's the C. If that's too easy for you, you can play real chords. So we can play an A minor chord with the left hand, which would look like that. The problem is that it puts us a little bit too close to the right hand. See, we're crashing a little bit. So what I like to do is play an inversion of A minor, which is just twisting the notes around. So let's do this, E, A, C. So there's a version of A minor, so it would be like this. Next chord is D minor, which we can play in its root position, D, F, and A. Next would be G major, which I'm playing as D, G, B. That's another inversion. And then C major, I'm just playing as a regular root position chord. So again, with the advanced left hand, happens again. And because I believe in choices, I'm going to show you guys another thing that you can do in your left hand. If you don't like the chords and you're bored with the single notes that I showed you earlier, go back to the single notes, but add a little bit of rhythm to them, like this. So this sounds more like a cohesive bass line, something pretty similar to what's happening on the original song. So that would be like this. So right there you have a couple of variations of this chord progression, which is A minor, D minor, G major, C major. There are a million different options, but those three tend to work best with most of my students. So pick whichever one you're able to do. Let's move on to the pre-chorus, which is very short. It's only 4 bars. So we're going to go back to the right hand, which is going to be up on D, right here, an octave above middle C. And here's the phrase. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can hear I've rounded out the rhythm a little bit, right? It's not exactly how she sings it, but it's a bit simpler this way, just with eighth notes and quarter notes. So again, 3, 4. And of course, I'm going to give you some choices for the left hand. So you could play simple A for a measure, simple D for a measure, and then E for 2 measures. So that would look like this. Here's D, and then E. If that's too boring or too easy, we can play chords. We're going to use this inversion of A minor that I showed you a minute ago, E, A, and C, so like this. And then the D minor that I showed you, which is in root position. So far we're just recycling stuff we already did. And now, something new, an E major chord, which is E, G sharp, and B. And of course I have to give you a third choice, and that would be this. So A, E, A, D, A, D, which spells dad, E, B, E, like that. So that would sound like this. And now for the chorus. So the melody in the right hand is going to start on E. Finger 3 is the best option here. So we start with a 1-beat rest. So like this, 1. So what that was E, E, E 3 times, D, C, E, F, like that. Now what we're going to do is move the hand and put 4 on D. That's D, 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 C, A, E. And it starts with a 1-beat rest as well. So all of these phrases start on beat 2, which is part of the charm of this chorus. There's that little empty space up front. So it's like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to change things up a little bit for the 4th phrase. We're going to wait, not a full beat, but a half beat, an 8th note. So very quick. It'll be like this. 1. So it's just an 8th note rest. So rest, D, D, C, E, D, C, C, like that. Once you have that, you're going to move up to G, okay? And I like to use 4th finger again. So 4 on G. So that was G, E, G, E, G, A, back to E. Then we're going to move to D with the 2nd finger. Rest, D, 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 G, F, E. And then finally, here's the last part of the chorus. We're going to pick up the hand and move the pinky to E. E, D, C, A, E, D, C, B, C, A. So the chorus is 14 bars, which is weird, and weird is good. That's what makes music interesting. So let me show you guys slowly that entire chorus so that you can practice it along with me, slow it down in the YouTube video, or do whatever you need to do. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 1. So now let me teach you guys the left hand. The left hand is basically going to play the bass line. I modified it slightly to make it easier for my students, but it's 90% the same. So we start with an empty beat of rest, so nothing at beat 1, and then on beat 2, we're going to play A 3 times like this. Now we're going to go up to D twice, and then C, D, C. So that sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, we'll go down to G. G, 2, 3, 4. That was 4 times. And now up to C. And then B, C, B. Again with eighth notes. After that, we're going to go back to the first pattern. A, 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 D, D, C, D, C. The only difference to note is that I didn't leave the first beat empty, like we did at the beginning of the chorus. I played an A, so 4 A's. After that, this is the same as the second pattern. After that, that's the first pattern and third pattern. You've heard that already. That's the second, fourth, and now the sixth pattern, right? So essentially we've done the same thing 3 times. And now we're going to create an ending for this chorus. So we're going to go down to F, C, F, back to a low F, and then an E, just like that. So all of it together looks like this. Rest. Again. Again. Here's the ending now. F, C, F, low F, E. Just like that. So very slowly, I'll put the hands together so that you see everything that you need to do in the chorus. And you can rewatch this as many times as you need. Rest. And finally, this song has a post-chorus. There's a little 4-bar phrase that happens after the chorus. So let me show you what it sounds like. So with the right hand, we're going to play A 1 time, and then use the second and fourth fingers to play C and E a couple of times. 5 times. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Once you do that, use 3 and 5, which are available here, to move up to D and F. And you're going to play those 8 times like this. Now we're going to move down to B and D with the first and third fingers again and play B and D 5 times. Rest. Like that. And then we're going to go up to C and E 4 times. And then we'll end with this. Single notes, G, E, D, C. So all together, that looks like this. Let me play it again, this time counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the left hand is going to be the same as the chorus, basically. So starting on A, just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little faster now. 3, 4. And that's your post-chorus. So that little guitar introduction, verse, 4-bar pre-chorus, the chorus, which is 14 bars, and this little interlude post-chorus comprise the whole song. These are all the pieces that you need to put it together. Anyway, that's it for this lesson. I know it was a little bit different because I taught you guys how to play some melody, but it is good to do that once in a while with your right hand instead of just playing chords and accompaniments. So I thought throwing something a little bit different into the mix would be good. So let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. Like this video if it's helpful. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.